Alright guys, so I'm always looking for new things to try to put on the Corolla, and this one I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. We're definitely going to find out. But these are some new climate controls. So these are actually climate controls from a 2014 to 2016 Corolla, I believe. So obviously the bezel's not going to fit, but the knobs and everything should fit. So that's what I'm going to try to find out. If these knobs can replace these knobs. So one thing that I just think the font looks nicer and cleaner on these knobs versus these ones, as well as I believe the light indicators on these are also, like, these are green and I believe the other ones are like a white LED. I'm hoping they are. I haven't really looked too much into it, but the bulbs do not look replaceable. So whatever color these are, I get. So unlike these ones, I know you can replace the bulbs behind them. I've done that before and I put white LEDs, but these ones look like everything is soldered in there. So you got to make sure you get the climate controls for a Corolla, or there's plenty of other like Scions and stuff that have these same exact knobs, but I just wanted the Corolla. They were the cheapest ones I could find on eBay. I think I paid $35 for this. Try it. If you do this yourself, don't overpay, because I see a lot of people charging like $150 to $200 for some of these. Maybe they might be in a little bit better condition, but these don't look like they're bad at all. They might be a little dirty, but they don't look like they're in bad condition. So let's swap these out, and then, or let's pull everything apart, make sure everything matches up behind here, and then we should be able to just swap these over from the old ones to the new one. As like I said, you can see the difference. Just the icons and everything are a little bit different, and they look, to me, they look cleaner. But maybe not. Maybe people like this instead. So, but I'm gonna upgrade these. Hopefully this fits, and it should just be a plug and play swap. So let's pull this stuff apart. So the plastic trim should just pull apart. I know they're very fragile. Like, my stuff is already broken. I'm gonna replace these whenever I upgrade the radio. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it. And if you have the stock radio, you will have to unbolt a couple 10mm bolts on each side. But if you have just an Android radio, they usually just snap right into each other. We're gonna need a Phillips screwdriver. And then I believe this kind of comes out together with this. I might have to pop this up. Alright, just to make things a little easier, I moved my whole shifter thing out of the way. When I did order these, I did pretty much kind of cross-reference all the pins and stuff like that, and everything looks like they were identical to what they were. So that's why I'm hoping that this swap will be pretty similar, and everything just looks identical. If I had to take the whole piece out, it looks very identical. So one thing we will have to make sure, turn all your knobs to one direction, because otherwise your thing will get messed up when all this other stuff twists, because your air conditioner is manual as well as the climate setting is manual. So I just realized this one looks kind of different. Oh, but maybe I think it's because it's missing this piece right here. So, but mine, I'm just going to keep everything there, and hopefully we can just swap it over this way. But first, let's try to pull out these ones, which you should just be able to get like a flathead screwdriver and just kind of pull up on these and pull them out. I forgot to hit record, but these, I just unplugged the 3 plugs, and then these white things, they literally just snap into place. So you just push this white tab down and then it'll just slide right out. So that's all loose. I'm going to unplug the bottom ones too because I can't separate them. And then we'll pull this whole thing out and then compare and start swapping over everything. I got this out. And I got these. So, I mean, everything looks pretty much identical. Even looking at part numbers, 75D403, 75D403, 55903, 55903. So, I mean, a lot of these are the same exact part number. So I mean, everything is a direct swap. I'm surprised there's not even a different part number. But yeah, you can see here are these little wedge bulbs if you were to ever change these out on your climate control. And you literally just take a flathead screwdriver and just twist it, and then you're good to go. But yeah, there's one in each one of these, versus these ones have a built-in LED. So, which is a good and bad thing. I mean, usually the LEDs that Toyota will supply usually last a while, but if you ever wanted to change the color or you don't like the color, then it's not going to match. But, so now, I'm just going to take these and swap them over to this. And we should be good to go. I mean, it's that simple. Alright, so I got my first one out. It is actually a lot harder to get out, but I mean, it's simple, but it's just hard to get out just because of the way they're designed. But there's one on top, this little wedge, and then there's one on the bottom. So you kind of got to pry both of them and then push this out at the same time in order to loosen this up. So I'm going to try to pop this one out and make sure they fit. Hopefully everything is designed to fit in both of these. But yeah, you can see the switches. I mean, everything seems to be fairly identical. So I don't see why it would not work. So now let's make sure this will snap into place. Oh, it fits like a glove. So there's the new climate control, and there's the old one. Now I'm gonna plug this in, make sure everything's functioning good before I pursue with the rest of them. I just plugged these in. Well, yeah, I plugged all of them in, and I don't have my keys. Be right back. All right, I'm kind of excited to see if this works or not. Alright, so the air just kicked on. I don't know if you guys can hear it, the fan speed is defrost button kicks on. I mean, I don't know what else you could ask for. Let's make sure the lights come on. Okay, yeah, look at that. The lights are coming on. These ones, you can, this just shows you how dull these ones are. Like, because the lights are on, but they're like the orange color. This, you can see it. And that little thing lights up right up at the top. Okay, so the defrost is still orange. I thought it was going to be green, but that's perfectly fine. I think this looks nice. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is the chrome. I wish it was all black, but it still just looks super nice. So I'm gonna do the same thing for all the other ones, but when I get to these plastic pieces, I'm gonna show you how to attach those, just to make sure you do it correctly. Because if you guys don't, then your climate controls won't work the way you want them to. Because I remember when I bought my last Corolla, I don't even know why I'm pointing at it, it's like it's there. But when I bought my last Corolla, when you'd go to turn this, it would only turn to like your feet. It would never get to defrost or anything. But it was weird because no matter what setting you're on, it would only do like your face and feet. It would never actually do just feet. Like everything was all messed up. But it was because this rotation thing in the back was rotated once, and I guess when they put it in here, nothing lined up correctly. So just got to make sure that lines up correctly, so that way everything works perfectly fine for you. So I got all three of them swapped over here. They fit in perfectly fine, no modification whatsoever. I can't believe, like, this is such a nice mod to do. And like I said, if you can source these knobs for fairly cheap, like I did, like for $30. I mean, I don't see why not upgrading it. So now, hopefully before you had taken this apart, like I said, turn all your knobs to one direction, whether it's all the way to the right or all the way to the left. I just turned mine all the way to the left so that way I can remember that easier. But now, if you didn't do that, you'll want to make sure that you turn them all the way to the left, and then these pieces, I forget exactly what piece needs to turn. I think it's the one in the back. Yeah, the one piece in the back can spin. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little handle and you can spin it. Make sure you spin it all the way to that one direction so that way everything will line up perfectly when you put these together. So I'm gonna push these in. Super simple to push in. There's just one little clip that'll clip on. There's just a clip that'll clip on the plastic piece here. There's one from the old one. So just one clip right here, and then it'll clip right into the back of one of these. So super simple, and then we'll be up and running. All right, so everything's snapped into place. Let's just turn this on. I don't even know where this goes. I guess here. So everything's off. Let me turn my headlights on so I can see lights are coming on. They are like a white blue light, which looks clean to me. I'm able to go all the way from one side to the other with no issues. So air is coming on. Let me turn the car all the way on, just so I can make sure the heat is working everything. So AC button. Okay, so the AC button turns green. Recirculate button turns green. Defrost turns orange. Air is blowing cold. Looks good. Let's switch it over to our feet. I can feel it down on my feet. Defrost, which I can feel it coming out here. So, I mean, everything looks good. Let's make sure heat works, even though we don't need that in Florida. But feels like it's getting warmer. Alright, yep, the heat is heating up. So defrost seems to work. So yeah, I mean, everything is working perfectly fine. So I'm gonna button everything else up. It's actually a lot quicker and easier to do. So I mean, honestly, if you could just see, like, all they did was just modify it slightly to fit the new Corolla bezels, but I mean, they're literally the same exact knobs with just different faceplates. I mean, you might even be able to swap just the faceplates out if you wanted to, but with how cheap and easy this was to swap these whole units out, I have no complaints over that. So, but like I said, make sure you get the Corollas with the manual AC or climate controls, because I know a lot of the newer Corollas came with automatic AC, which had the digital display, which will not work for this. So make sure you get the ones that have the knobs on it, that look just like yours. That way everything swaps over easy. I mean, I would love to. I see a lot of people with the newer, well, not the newer, but like with the European version Corollas, a lot of those have that cool auto climate control, which would be nice to have, but the amount of work that would need to be done in order to get that, I don't think it's worth it to have a digital display and everything like that. So with this looks cleaner, newer. Maybe we can see if for 2015 and up Corollas, they sell different knobs to get rid of the chrome, but everything else buttons up, looks cleaner. Like I said, the font is really the biggest thing, as well as having nice white LEDs makes it look cleaner. So, but let's button everything up. Alright, so I just got everything swapped over. Everything's fit perfectly fine. So it does, the chrome is kind of throwing me off. I don't know how I feel about the chrome. I thought I would like these a little bit more than I do, but maybe they'll grow on me. Because like from all the pictures I thought they were gonna look good, but now it's like everything's like futuristic looking with the chrome, and like I said, I don't know how I like it. Maybe I can take these off and paint them, or I'll just look and see if the 2015 and up Corollas have some type of like bezels things that they can put on there. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this was worth upgrading, getting nicer, newer stuff, and then having the nice LEDs all across? But or do you think having the all black old font? Because I mean, everything too that now that I look at it more, is everything's more, the font is smaller, so it's like it's almost like everything got more HD, and it just looks weirder to me. So, but everything's working good. That's all I care about. But I'm always looking for new ways to try to change this Corolla up, and look for either nice aftermarket parts or OEM parts that are easily able to swap over. So I mean, just like my pedals down there, all of those are OEM pedals, but nothing belongs to this Corolla. And same with these are all upgraded for nicer looks. They're not for this car, but they all came from another Corolla. So, but with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.